In this video, we're going to look at some features of graphs. Diego is walking home from school at a constant rate. This graph represents function d, which gives his distance from home in kilometers and minutes since leaving school. So our input is time in minutes, and our output is the distance that he is from home. Use the graph to find or estimate d of 0. So d of 0 means that 0 is the input or the x value. So looking at the graph, when x is 0, the line is right here, or it looks like it's at about 2.2. Now, I can't see what it is exactly. This requires a little bit of estimation on the graph because it's partway between 2 and 2.5. It looks to me like it's slightly closer to 2 than 2.5, but if you put 2.2, 2.25, anything like that would probably be okay. So I'm going to say that it's about 2.2 kilometers. Or another way that I could write this is that d of 0 equals 2.2. 0 is the input or the x value, and 2.2 is the output or the y value. Number 2 is d of 12. So I'm finding where 12 is the x coordinate, and I'm finding the y coordinate of that point on the line. Now again, I'm going to have to use some estimation here. It looks like it's between 0.5 and 1, and closer to 1 than to 0.5. So you could say something like 0.8 or 0.9 or 0.85. That's what I'll go with. Again, you could have slightly different answers here, and that's okay. As long as you have something a little bit less than 1, close to 1, but not 1, and closer to 1 than to 0.5. So about 0.85 kilometers. Number 3 is the solution to d of m equals 1. Now in this case, 1, the value that we're given, is the y value, and we're trying to find the x value at that point. So I'm going to go to 1 on the y-axis and go across to find the point, and I'm going to try to figure out what the x coordinate is at that point. I'm going to say that it's about 11. And my x values are times in minutes, so it's about 11 minutes. Number 4 is the solution to d of m equals 0. So now 0 is the y coordinate, and I want to find the x coordinate. This one, it looks like it's right on the line here at 20, so I'm going to say that it's 20 minutes. And this is also the x-intercept of the graph. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but if you remember, y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, so that would be this point, where you're plugging in 0 for x. The x-intercept is where the y-coordinate is 0. That's where the graph crosses the x-axis. And then the last part of the question is, what is Diego's maximum distance from home? So his distance from home is the highest at the start when he's at school, and as he's walking, he's always getting closer and closer to home. So his maximum distance from home is this about 2.2 kilometers. And it happens when m equals 0 or when the time equals 0. Or you could say it happens at the start of his walk.